people starting to price out a September taper?
It depends on what's going to happen in the next meeting. I think from what I've seen, around 2/3 of people are thinking towards either September or towards the latter stage of the year, about 10 billion off that in terms of a tapering effect. So, and obviously we didn't learn anything from Jackson Hole because we had no Bernanke, no real statements from the Fed at all. So I think it's more a case of continue as normal, expecting tapering at some point later in this year, but again, waiting for more evidence and waiting for more communication.
But do you agree that the debt ceiling worries, the Syria concerns, emerging market routes are staying the Fed's hand?
Yeah, I do, absolutely. And not just that, look at bond yields too. I mean, there's two key elements that are impacting where the Fed is actually going to dictate monetary policy in the short term. And you've got the similar sort of situation with Carney. We saw that yesterday in a speech. He is concerned about bond yields and he's trying to talk yields back down. So if you look at that, those are the key contingencies towards both Fed and Bank of England policy.
On Carney yesterday, relaxed liquidity rules for banks, clearly trying to give them a helping hand. Want to talk to you about that in the context of Co-op as well this morning, which is clearly struggling. What is this relationship like now between the banks and the central bank of the UK?
Well, you think they might be a bit closer after what Carney said yesterday, really, because he's trying to loosen a little bit of liquidity, taking that threshold down by 20%, and that he thinks will help to spur a little bit more lending, which is obviously a big contrast to Mervyn King. So I think what Carney's done is he's almost, I wouldn't say he's done a 180, so what I would say is that he's trying to make it a bit more looser, a lot more freer. To help lending to speed up the economic growth, which he still sees as quite small in the longer term context.